Hey guys, welcome to another episode of BubbleteaS Gaming, and today BubbleteaS will be continuing part 2 of the Glorious Pepe. Okay, so Glorious Pepe, what today's lesson will be, it is Discord and roles. So what do I mean by Discord and roles? I'll settle the Discord one. Okay, slight correction. You know, yesterday when I said that the Warhorn was the only thing that the quest and the trading efficiency, Warhorn was the only thing in the fortress. Okay, so the trading 10, which is this. Wait, let me see the big one. Also has quests that are really important. So let me start off the video with a recap. Where's my notepad? Yeah, a minute, sorry guys. Bubble does his videos on the fly. Okay, I know there's a update, but I think I'm gonna wait off till I see some Peter Baelish reports to do it though. I know you guys don't really like the content because like, hey, like not many people that watch my video actually can afford Peter Baelish. So you're in the same boat as me, so I totally understand. Okay, so these are my cliff notes from video 1. So do trade, send ornaments, grain to fortress, and send it to for fast march for fortress. Military building, you want the military regiment quest. Warhorn burgles reduction, and trade 10s for market expansion and trade order. So market expansion and trade order will basically allow you to trade better and transport better. It's all good. So this is the recap from video 1, and if you haven't watched video 1, this is the TLDR. Okay. So what is roles and Discord? So there are two types of marching burgles. One is here on your left side, where is you can control where you're gonna march. The other one is on the top right, which is a Warhorn. Looks like a sword. I don't know why they use a sword and they use it a Warhorn. Blows my mind. Where is the actual horn? Is it at the back of the sword? Why is it covered by a flag? God knows. Okay, the Warhorn can only be used by people who are... Wait, minute. Where is it? Command. So this is your derivative list. So these are the people who can actually engage a Warhorn and issue out command. So if you look at the list, FDH is probably one of the more active ones, followed by the newer servers are really low active because I don't really think they know much about the event and how to optimal gather. So who is the commander? Usually is the highest ranking person in the server and the lord commander of the person holding King's Landing in the server participation. So where's to see the server? It's here. So I am Frost Faction 142.190.107.67 and 271. So all this, the first thing you need to do, is to create a Discord or have a server Discord that is being used. So for our server K107 server Discord is the one where we issue out commands and stuff. So we just send the link to the appropriate alliance and they will disperse out and everyone will gather in K107. So like we will say that we're declaring war at XX this time, send grain ornaments to XXX this location, and you create a role in the Discord, like say at Glorious, then like declaring Warhorn, then on XX, or at Glorious transporting. If you don't have it, like just be sure to like say don't use a Warhorn if you can't cat the building. So it's always good to let the server participation know that you are actually gonna declare war on when is the optimum time that you're gonna declare it. If you declare war where the head alliance like is sleeping, you're wasting a Warhorn because you're probably gonna get kicked out. So first thing to do is always look at your battlefield, your server, go into all their server or fight and your commander and get them all together on one common Discord and you guys can discuss strategy and grain. For the first few days there was some miscom because one guy was Korean and he couldn't actually like use Discord, so there was some them there. Then I emailed him saying that just don't use the Warhorn. Okay, that is for Discord. So that's the most important thing in the game. The person that can effectively communicate with their own alliance is probably the one that's going to win this whole thing. So what's the next thing? Next thing is obviously roles. So in the Glorious Pepe, there are 3 roles: offensive, defensive, logistics. So if you are PvE low spender or you don't want to fight that much, go into logistics. Right now I'm logistics because there are no Warhorns or war being declared. There is though, but like I'm not online when it is, so logistics happens to be the best. So what do I recommend for logistics? So queue expansion, more queues equals more trade, more transport equals more contribution points. So each day you have a cap of 600 glory points. So I recommend, if you're going into logistics, try to max this out first. Phenomenal profit. Don't go into this inspired. Go into effective trading. So right now I'm working on getting the second one to level 5. So all this basically says that when I trade, usually it's 8 hours, but now it bumps up to 9 hours. So when I get 9 hours, I get more adamants. More adamants equals more glory points. So right now I think I'm about 84 per point. So every day I just log in, I just send 5 matches out, and when I came back I just send another 5 matches out. I'll hit the 600. So everyday 600 here is the cap, so that is to make your account more efficient at its role, but this has no cap. So 600 is not the cap. So for example, if I can send trade, wake up, do construction, send adamants, and do another trade, essentially in a day I might get 1000 contribution, which is pretty low, but it's pretty high, among the highest. So the next one is, this is what I recommend for most low spenders and stuff. Let me bring up Notepad. Logistics, right talent, make long marches, so equals more grain, and more transport equals more points. And effectively, when you're doing logistics, always have the right talent. I told you to max out phenomenal profit, then the other one. So one more other tip about this. If you're transporting, I always look for the big merchant to trade, because if you look at the small merchant to trade, it's 12,000 per hour, but the large merchant is 15. So always go for the large one to trade for the most efficient points. You're spending the same time, might as well get some more glory points. So doing like, you just wake up, send it out to trade, come back from work, send it out to trade, you probably would just nice get 600 and about 700 contribution, but 600 points you can easily level up. So for me now, I need 250 more. Then this one I'll probably get it in 2 to 3 days if I do it on track. So this is the most efficient way to actually earn glorious contribution. Here is what I mean. Not here. Yeah, you see. So if you look, Peratron is 20,000, 16,000, 15,000. He's actually the highest glory contributor in the whole server, and he so it's possible to actually be the highest guy in the server doing logistics. Logistics is actually very important, and it helps your PvP as well. Okay, the second one will be offensive and defensive. So basically, this one has no difference. If you're defensive, you can attack a building. If you're offensive, you can defend a building. And literally, I feel that the ultimate for this two is really a scam, so don't go into it. What I recommend for offensive and defensive is actually the same thing. Max out to here. Go for the troop expansion. Then for the troop expansion, get inspired resilience. So this is how I would max it out. So I would do it like Q expansion, right side, Q expansion, left side, right side, unlock, left side. Then if spare, I'll go back to the right side. Same thing for offense. So offense and defense is practically the same thing though. So your resilience at 140, but you get increased march time. Your resilience at 160, but you don't have increased march time. Offense, you really can't trade though. It's really not beneficial. So just do construction. So what's the difference between offensive and defensive? So the longer marching time, the more resilience you lose. But offensive has 160, but offensive has 140, but 30 increased marching speed. Defensive has 160, but no marching speed. So what does this mean? If the objective is near, let's say if I'm attacking this, if I'm defending this, it's good to use defensive because I get the resilience doesn't drop that much. But if I'm attacking something like here, which is really far away, it's better to use offensive because the increased march speed will compensate for the lack of resilience gain in the long run. So if your target is closer, defensive, target is farther, offensive. Doesn't matter whether you defend or capping, both gets you 100 points. So take note that if you're offensive, defensive, and logistics, right, all of them can actually attack a building and defend a building. The only one thing difference is that offensive can't really trade. And if you, let's say one more thing, if you start like this 6 march and you think you can sneakily do it, like recall 1 march and send to get the 100 points and still be in offensive, if you change your talent point, which is a 1 day cooldown if I switch, you won't get any of the trading points, so be role focused. So as I said that this is the difference between defensive administration and offensive administration. Really none, it's just the distance. Don't put in the ultimate covert operation and violent destruction. So it's because I think it's a scam. Always go for the troop expansion and the special effects. Inspired is really a very good talent tree. Okay. And if you don't know, you can actually reset, but it costs you 1k blue diamonds and you can switch position willy-nilly. So if my alliance needs me, I can switch to offense, but there'll be a 24-hour cooldown. Okay, so that's all for Discord enroll. So here's a short summary. Logistics, best for points. Always gather in big large merchant. And what call that, what's the other one? Phenomenal gathering is the one that you should be looking for. Defensive and offensive, essentially no difference. You can cap and you get 100 points. Defensive is better for nearer and offensive is better for further. Keynotes, army size, talent, and battle inspired. Stats, I feel that are not really strong in this game, like in the talent tree, because you can have gear and stuff, and resilience lower. It is looking more towards special effects. Okay, so I hope this explains the role in Glorious Battle, and I will see you guys next time.